All right. Got my new visor in here too, which is beautiful. All right. I think I got it in. Yep. I got it in right. I think it was like American Thanksgiving too. It was, wasn't it? I thought so. Oh, did you? Nice. Hello, hello for anybody that's in here. If there's anybody in here. Oh, there's people in here. Hello. Hope everybody is doing good. What could you make? Yeah, it's basically a coaster. What up, Mike? Joe, how are you? Yeah, you made it first, man. You made it first. You guys, check this out. This is like the coolest freaking shirt ever. The Whackin' Shack. Say I have loads to turn. You mean on stream? Yeah. So I've got a bunch of stuff to do. First one I'm going to do is I have about 4 pens to do. And this is actually for a buddy of mine who asked me to make them. They've been sitting here waiting for me to turn them for probably 4 weeks. So I'm going to get those done. And then I might do a couple of ornaments, not sure. And then I'm going to throw this, I think this lovely chunk of cherry log on there as well. One that I infused with CA to help hold it together. So, oh, John Melicky was also live. Really? I didn't even realize that he went live. Huh. But yeah, I know you know that feeling, Mike. So much to do right now. Fortunately, like I'm not really on a deadline for any of this stuff. And it's a snow day today, so the kids are home because it's not snowing really here. We got like 2 centimeters, but in other places they've got like 12 inches of snow that are like 20 minutes away from us. So oh yeah, it's Black Friday. That's right. We got Black Friday here too, but never any deals. So I cut these pieces of cherry off the log too, which has got a tiny remnants of burl on the side. So I'm going to turn this. And then I have this one. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this one, but this will be the narrow end anyway. So that'll be pretty cool. What's that? Oh, you're watching my son's in the background watching the live. That's funny. Oh, you gotta, buddy, you gotta subscribe to Michael Wilson's channel too. My son is going and subscribing to channels right now. He's in the shop with me in the background over there. Michael Wilson 6847. Mike, he's gonna go sub to your channel. 6847. You still have a shit ton to do. Yeah, I don't doubt that you have a shit ton to do. But man, you're getting there. Don't stress about it, right? You are getting there, right? The stuff you showed me this morning that you're doing, man, looks awesome. Love that that like 12-inch pen. I love that thing. So I'm gonna be starting this off with turning. I think it's Wenge. A Wenge pen. I'm gonna move this thing over. Oh, I don't know. He's there somewhere. He should be. Anyway, actually, I don't really like that angle too much. I'm going to switch that up a bit. See if we can get a bit of a better angle. Hang on, guys. Bear with me for a sec. There's so many freaking joints on this this mount that I got to move it around. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Actually, I'm going to move one of these over. There we go. So you guys can see that. And then, of course, that big, beautiful dust collector in the background. Love that thing. No worries, Mike. No worries, buddy. It is 6847. Yeah. So if you guys like wood turning and whatnot, woodworking stuff, go check out the Whacking Shack. This is a t-shirt from his shop on there, and I freaking love this thing. So go check it out, buy some merch. And he's also got these. I haven't figured out where to put the sticker yet. I have no idea where to put the sticker yet, but I'm trying to find a place for it where it's visible. So still working on that. Anyways, get this shop apron on. Might be a little bit of a longer live today because of the amount of stuff that I wanted to turn. But we threw my microphone around. But yeah, so it might be a little bit longer today, but my goal is I'm off work, kids are home, and I want to have some fun. So let's turn some stuff. For everybody down in the US, I guess it's happy late Thanksgiving, because I think that was yesterday for you guys. Today is Black Friday. This is the day that I avoid going to any stores. I mean, we have Black Friday in Canada too, but it's not the same as, you don't get all the major deals and whatnot that you do in the US. So what's that? Oh, Mike Wilson's channel? Oh, don't worry about it. I'll get you on Mike Wilson's channel afterwards. He's still got to post another video, but before he does that, he's got to finish all of the stuff that he's doing for his show he's got coming up this weekend, which he's going to do awesome at. So that's going to be good. Yeah, why not? Lots and lots of light. Anyways, we got 61 people in here, so I'm going to get this thing turning in a minute so I can get this done. Now, for the finish on this, I'm going to do a CA glue finish, just like I always do. But what I'm going to try with the first one is, once the CA is on, I'm going to try finishing with these grits, the original finish, and then the microfine. I'm going to try and do that afterwards. And then I'm going to coat it with some of this wax strip here. I want to see what kind of a difference it's going to make. So anyways, new visor so I can finally see what I'm doing. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There we go. Beautiful. So if you haven't already, hit that like button. We got 48 people in here and only 8 likes. So make sure to double tap that screen. Helps the channel out a lot, which is amazing. And then you can hit that subscribe button too. And hell, if you really want to support the channel, then grab a membership. There are actually some members only videos going back to when I first started this channel over a year ago. So make sure to check that out. And yeah. And then there's going to be, well, there might be all kinds of other channels popping in here, but a lot of these people, really good people in here. You got Michael Wilson, who's still working on videos. Joseph the Carpenter. Joe, I've seen your videos that you got on there, which are awesome. I assume you'll probably be posting more. But then check out others like the Whacking Shack, 77 Rockets. Amazing channels. Incredible stuff that they do. Some of it's a little bit sketchy, but I mean, that's where the fun is, right? So why not? Anyways, enough of that. Let's get some stuff. Let's get some stuff turning and have some fun. All right. So these pens, got it nailed down pretty good. These are probably not going to take too long to do, but let's have a look. Let's see how it goes. We're going to go real fast on these ones. And I've also got a brand new carbide on here too, so makes a huge difference. Nice, there's one. See if we can go even faster. There we go. Oh, go figure. I just started the live and now somebody calls. At some point, because the place calling about a car I've got in for work, so I may have to stop at some point and call them back. But it's all good. Wenge is sharp. Let's move this a little closer. Here we go. All right, there's the front done. That's actually pretty good. All right. Now it's time to sand. So once you do enough of these pens, it goes quick. Hey, soldier, how are you, man? Thank you for popping in. All right. Sand this up with some 120. I love the character of Wenge. Looks awesome. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Rob, what's going on, man? How are you? How are you? CA time. So I'm really excited to see how this goes as far as sending these with the grit after the CA finish instead of using the wet sanding. I want to see the difference that it makes if I can get it just as smooth. Heading your mom's house. Nice. All right. Let's turn this right down. God, I love how that finishes. That's 2. All right. That's 3 coats. 100-mile drive. Woo, that's long. All right. So that's going to need a sanding before I even put this grid on. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'll use this one. I'm going to do it up to a 320. But I'm just going to dry sand it. Ugh. Just to smooth it out a bit. Let's see how it does. I'm just trying a different method, that's all. I have a feeling it may not turn out exactly how I want it to, but we shall see. Very worst case if it doesn't. Nice part is, I can sand it off. Oh yeah, and that just scratches it to shit. I kind of saw that coming. So, all right. So let's restart. What? What? Oh, thanks, buddy. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning so far. So I think even the 320 that I did on it may have been a little bit too aggressive. So I want to try something here. Hang on a sec. Just putting a little bit of water on it. I want to see what it does. Hey, Gyro, how are you? I just want to see if it's going to take away some of that CA residue. I know I'm using my finger. You could use a paper towel too, but this was just easier. Okay. So there's some of that stuff there. So I'm wondering. I'm going to try a finer sandpaper. Let's see what it does. I mean, I deviated from the way I normally do it, and the way I normally do it works really well. So we're just going to see. Yeah, so it's got a lot of scratches in it. So I'm going to have to rethink the way I do this. So we're going to take this and we're going to reset it back and get the CA off. And then we're going to do this again. So fortunately getting the CA off, not really a big deal. What am I making? Nana, I'm doing a pen out of an exotic wood known as Wenge right now. I got about 4 of these to do out of different woods. And then I'm going to move on to a bowl, and then I got some other stuff too. So lots of stuff to do today that I've been wanting to get done for a while. Almost there with getting everything off. Let me see here. I got to switch up to a different grit. I'm gonna take it and rough it up a little bit quicker. This was a complete experiment, so I'm just testing to see how it did. So my goal right now, I'm just getting the CA off. And then we're going to start it again. That's a nice part about wood. You can always fix it. If you're in here, remember to hit that like button. We got like over 100 people in here right now. So hit that like button. Helps the channel out and helps to blast this around to all kinds of people. I'm gonna grab my air compressor so I can get, or my air line so I can get this off. Okay, so we're pretty much back to the start, which is good. I'm gonna grab this air line. That way I can give this a little bit of a clean. Very good. Just a dab of water. Some of that excess stuff out. All right. All right. Now we're going to redo this finish again. But we're going to try it differently this time because I'm already sanded up pretty high. So I'm going to put the CA finish on. And then as soon as the CA finish is on, I'm going to go right to these grits. And we are going to see how this works. Yeah. That is definitely the world's smallest charcuterie board. If you're in here, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. But remember to double tap that screen. Hit that like button. I would love to see about getting over 100 likes in this live. That would be amazing. And if you want to become a channel member, support the channel. And you can buy a channel membership. You can subscribe. It all helps. All right, that's better. That's the finish we want. Okay, so let's try these grits. Gonna try this, and we're gonna see how it works. And actually, I don't even need to fold that up. These are like abrasive grits. But apparently, the finish they leave, and I did test this on one other bowl, but the finish they leave is crazy. So I really want to see how it does. Okay, so there's one grit. Now we're going to go to the microfine stuff. Microfine. Let's see how this does. Dun, dun, dun. So if any of you are familiar with it, this is very similar to another product called Yorkshire Grit. Appreciate that, soldier. All right. So when I was watching them apply this stuff, basically they said the best thing to do is just apply it with a paper towel because paper towel is a little bit abrasive. Apparently it works really well. All right, so I'm just kind of wiping it off now. So this is not a finish. This is literally just an abrasive paste that can replace sandpaper. Let's see.
Oh, jeez. That thing is...
Oh, that's nice.
That's dark.
I like it.
I should say that got dark fast.
I like that finish. That's actually pretty good.
Ready?
And turn some stuff later, live, maybe a video if it goes well. That's awesome, Soldier. That's awesome, man. Yeah, bud.
Little small charcuterie board. With
Very cool.
some food. Put on some bread.
Yeah.
Put on the meat.
That's funny. That's cool, buddy. All right. A microcrystalline wax, I believe this is. Paper towel. Yeah, so paper towel is like a 1200. You can actually use a brown paper bag too. So I've heard. And a brown paper bag is like the equivalent of a 3000 grit. All right, so we got the wax on there. And then I'm going to buff it in. So I haven't used this finishing technique with a pen yet, so I wanted to see how it did. But it's definitely more... Takes less time to do, that's for sure. All right, and then, where is it? I've got a microfiber. There we go. Microfiber. You do pay attention. Nice. That's actually pretty cool. That's a pretty good finish. I do like that. So, let's get this off. And our bushings and whatnot. Beautiful. Because then we're gonna pop our pieces out here. And oh man, I got wax on there too. We're gonna pop our pieces out. And then put our pen together. So shiny, but also durable. Yeah, so that was one of the things with the microcrystalline wax that I really wanted to try, is because with this wax, it doesn't melt either under the temperature of your hands. And so that's one of the things that I was really curious to see how it would do. So, and yeah, seems to be just fine. So I'm pretty happy about that. See, the finish there is pretty good. All right, let's get this pressed together. All right, so there's one. Now we got to press the back side in. I love the press kit on the lathe because it's so easy to swap everything out, which I love that. So let me get this little wax piece off. Make sure we're a good fit. Beautiful. So all of these, by request, are being done with the what is it? Gunmetal. So that's all 4 of them. Welcome back, Mike. Everybody else that's in here, hopefully everybody is doing good. All right. Let's see how they look. There we go. She's very dark, but that's pretty cool looking. I like it. And it's a nice finish. The nice part about so I stopped doing more than 3 coats of CA because right now the CA is kind of filling in the gaps, but I can still feel the wood grain. So that's important. Okay, so that is one of them done. Now I got 3 more of these bad boys. And then we move on to something else. So we're going to put our pen kit back in. And one of the things that I always do, because I'm using these bushings to apply the CA finish, is I always clean these bushings off before I do the next one. Ugh. All right. But I have kind of a crappy tool to do it. Not a crappy tool. It's still a good one, but I use it to just keep the bushings even, which is really handy. So there we go. I just took off the excess. All right. That's one down. Let's go with this one next. I think it's Sapili. So, yeah, we'll go with this one next. Man, once you do enough of these, you get really fast at them. Okay. 276 people in here. Double tap that screen. Hit that like button. So that way we can blast this out to the world. Man, I don't like that I heard a pop. That's weird. Very good. All right. Let's start on number 2. We're going to go full bore. It's amazing how quick you can do it. Just don't need more pens. Yeah, I don't need more pens either. So, fortunately, these pens are spoken for. All right, there's the back. So I'm just tapering this down a little bit. I like a little bit of a bulge in them. That's me, but not too much. That's not bad. All right, so this one's a bit smaller on the taper, but that's okay. Although that needs to be shaved down a bit. All right, now we'll get this out of the way. Maybe this is not sapele. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Who knows? All right. All right. I think we're ready for CA on this one. This will be number 2. Remember, hit that like button. Got like over 400 people in here, so let's keep that going. So if you can hit that like button, sub to the channel, hell, grab a membership, that would be amazing. So let's turn this down. We're going to do our CA finish on here. Let's see this pop. Oh, yeah. One more coat. One more. I don't like how that felt. Hopefully that finish came out all right. Let's see. Beautiful. All right, now we're just gonna go right to the paste. His email and his description. Drop him a message. Oh, buy the pens? Yeah, absolutely. So as Mike said, my email is in the description of this video and the channel. Yeah, just reach out. Absolutely. Right? You can get in touch with me direct. All right. Let's start with our superior grit. And of course, I'm using way too much, but that's okay. I love this stuff. It doesn't smell the best, but it works really freaking good. I appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that, buddy. Okay. All right, let's see. Oh, that's not bad. All right. I'm liking this stuff, man. It's so much easier than all the wet sanding. All right. I'm pretty sure I'm using this stuff right, but I mean, it's working. So the hand sing. Hey, how are ya? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. All right, let's see. We like it. Okay. Wax time. All right. And this is so easy. I love it. All right. Paper towel again. So get rid of the loose stuff here. And then I'll bring out the microfiber. There we go. Oh, she's shiny. Woo. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Okay, so we will eventually start with number 2. There we go. So put that piece down there so we know which one's which. There's that one and that one. All right. Now we'll take our end piece out, put our press in. Is getting drunk giving shit away nearly 3,000 watching and super chats up to $100? Really? Super chats up to $100. That's crazy. So he's getting stuff away. Hopefully he's not like doing tool stuff or whatnot if he's getting drunk. Hopefully not. Because that's just a really bad idea to combine those. All right. I'm going to get this pen kit stuff out. This is beautiful because it marks the halfway point of all of these pens that have been sitting around for a long time, waiting to be done. All right, there's that. He probably did get 30,000 in super chats, but look at the super chats and how much money YouTube takes from you for those, right? Like they take a fair amount. So it's not always worth it. All right. Make sure we got a good fit. We do. So if you're ever looking for pen kits, these are pen kits that I bought from Alibaba. And they're phenomenal. I swear, like they seem to be really high quality. And I swear a lot of these shops that sell the pen kits that come in these packages, they're probably buying them from the same place. And then because they're a Ziploc bag, they can put a card or whatnot inside to show it as their own, right? His channel is the one you need to have a shout out on. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. All right, we're almost there. Cool. All right. Pen number 2. There we go. That looks pretty sick. Not going to lie, I love that. And it's all gunmetal. Doesn't mean I'm in here with you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Okay. We're going to reset. And go on to number 3. Halfway with the pins. Halfway with the pins. Yeah, so you realize, like, I'm moving stuff around in order to get these things out because I didn't make the bench, this table for the lathe. I didn't make it wide enough. So because of that, when I use the rod to pop out the pieces there, I got to kind of move the lathe around a little bit. Little bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. All right, let's clean this thing up. And when I'm cleaning it up, all I'm doing is I'm just putting the skew in enough to just get the bushings flat with each other. That's all I need it for. Okay, so now we're going to turn these ones. I'll rack up some views for that today. 100%. 2 channels. Crazy. All right. Moving on to number 3. I can't even remember what wood this is, but it doesn't really matter. It looks cool. Yeah, no doubt. Well, I think it's a holiday down in the US, right? I'm pretty sure it's a holiday, so everybody's off today. All right, let's get this one going. I think I lost a chunk. Jesus. Yeah, it took off an entire piece of the side, but fortunately, I can still make that work. So I'll show you guys. I got to switch this up a little bit. But yeah, check that out. It literally like took a piece of the side off. So this is going to become the back piece. The bushing actually pushed into it. That's probably what I did. I probably did it up too tight. Black Friday and yeah, that's fair, right? Oh, people had to go back to work today? Okay. All right. I thought it was a day off, like a holiday or whatnot down there. All right. Let's try this. I just want to see if that worked, and I got to drop this down a bit. Absolutely, it did. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Yeah, I am absolutely making pens. And this will probably be the last of the pens for a little while because I've made so many of them. And I was actually making a lot of these for a show. And then I went to the show, and nobody that came to the show was buying anything. And it wasn't just us, but all the other vendors said the same thing. They weren't selling a thing. People were looking, but not pulling in any money. So I have a ton of pens, but these ones were specifically ordered. All right. Hey, thanks very much. I'm glad you like it. They are actually a lot of fun to make. I do enjoy making them, and they're not hard to do. It just takes a little bit of practice. Get yourself a lathe, start turning some stuff for fun, get used to the tools, and then run with it. And you can like shape them and everything however you want. So many people do them different ways. This is just the way that I like doing them. Talking about that, getting a small pen lathe and start making pens. Absolutely. The only thing I would suggest is because when you start making pens, you're probably going to want to get into other stuff. So don't buy a lathe that you can only use for pens, like one of the really tiny ones. Buy a lathe that has the ability to do other stuff. So this one can turn something that's 12 inches in diameter by 18 inches long. So it's not the biggest, but you can do bowls and whatnot on it too, right? If you stick around, I'm going to be putting a bowl on in here afterwards. And I might even do some Christmas ornaments as well. So if you can get one that has at least 10-inch diameter or 12-inch diameter, then you're good. Just for doing, just for having fun, right? All right, let's see what that looks like. Ooh, wow, I love it. That's real nice. Joe, member for 1 month. Awesome, man. Really, really appreciate those words, buddy. I really do. And it's just having fun, right? And anybody can do this. Anybody can do it, right? Just got to be just committed to learning a little bit, and it's going to be hit and miss, and you're never going to do it perfect. But as long as you have fun with it, that's what matters. Joe W's, man, thank you. That is awesome. You rock, dude. Joe, are you going to be putting any more videos on your channel too? You got more coming up? I did go back and watch some of the ones that you had on there. They're good, including the live ones there, just sitting down chatting. Got you interested, man? That is, I love that, and hopefully I'll say this right. Virendra. Nope, sorry, hang on, wrong person. SSJ Go Hanks. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? This is all about being creative and having some fun. And that's why, like, today's one of my days off, and I just wanted to come in here and turn some stuff with all of you in here and just have some fun with it, right? That's what it's that it's all about. Joe, I 100% hear you. So I can do I can do the editing and whatnot, no problem. But I prefer the lives because you don't have all the editing, right? But then you can interact with people, and that I think is the main thing that I really, really like about it is interacting with all of you. It's just I don't know, it's amazing to me anyway. So it's lots of fun. Okay, I'm just gonna roll this up here, and then we are going to do our 3 coats of CA glue on here. So if you're doing pens, this is by far the best CA glue that I've come across for doing this. It's thinner and it works really, really well. Yeah, 100%. Have fun with it, right? Olive oil sandwiches. Thinking about a live tomorrow evening sometime. Going to glue up a turn project here shortly for tomorrow. Joe, absolutely do it, dude. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be around tomorrow. Tomorrow night. I think I'm going to be at home, and so if I am, as long as I'm not forgetting plans that my wife set, which I don't think I am, then I will definitely aim to pop in there, buddy. All right, so I'm just doing CA glue and then accelerator, so super glue, and then accelerator to dry it real fast, and I'm just doing a few coats of this, which will help protect it, and then we're going to do our paste sanding. Nice. Let's get some more likes. That's freaking beautiful. Look at that. Like, look at that character in that. I don't even remember what wood this is, but I don't really care. It looks sweet. I love it. Wooden handled utensils. Oh, absolutely. I actually, you know what? I started doing some wood carving too. So this was kind of an experimental piece, and I haven't gone any further with it yet. But this is one that I was completely hand carving, as you can see with all the marks. So I just haven't gotten it any further yet. And I actually have a bit to do that with, as well as the spoon knife. But I just haven't gotten back to yet because hand carving is a whole other ballgame, right? What am I making? So this is a pen. So that's what I'm doing a bunch of. I got about 4 of these that I'm doing. And then after the pens, then I'm going to be probably doing, I don't know, either an ornament or a bowl or something. One or the other. Maybe the bowl. Maybe not the ornament. When I say ornament, I mean like Christmas ornament. So if you're looking at, you want to try something that's a little bit non-traditional for sanding stuff, try this. So this is Superior Grit is what it's called. This is a Canadian company. And this stuff is working amazing. But there's another one as well you can try. It's called Yorkshire Grit, which is kind of where this came from. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is really something. You don't even have to sand it that much with this with these grits. This is crazy. Literally, it's just a little bit of a paste. That's all it is. There's like nothing to it. Like nothing. So I'm applying it here, and then I'll let it sit for a minute, and then I'm going to kind of put it on high speed and rough right through it. Big order coming from Brad. Oh, Brad from Got Wood. So he's turningblanks.net. I wish I could get an order from him. Brad doesn't ship to Canada. I wish he did, because if he did, I would be ordering all my wood from him. So I don't think Brad's in here, But if Brad sees this, he's got to try and open up that shipping channel to get it up here. I would love to get my hands on some of the wood that he has. All right, almost there. She is really freaking shiny. And I haven't even put the wax on yet. Like, that is beautiful. Okay, now it's wax time. So I know the idea with this wax is you need to put enough on that it takes away the shine from the sanding. And I will definitely be getting more of this wax. All right. All that's needed for the wax. I'm going to give that a minute just on slow. I want to let that wax kind of set in a little bit, and then we're going to polish it up. Order through Mike. So, Joe, I thought about ordering it through Mike, see if Mike could order it for me. The only thing I don't know is Mike going to have an issue shipping it across the border? That's the only thing I'm not sure of. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Because Brad says something on his site that his wood is not able to be shipped internationally. So I don't know what that means. Like if it's missing a certification of some kind, I don't know. Because I know you got to be careful about shipping wood across borders, right? Because of other types of species and that sort of stuff. All right, let's put the microfiber on this. This is so freaking easy. Oh, why do I got a white line there now? Got scratch marks. Huh. All right. That's interesting that I've got scratch marks. Must have been something on my microfiber cloth. Well, that sucks. Let's see if I can get those scratch marks out with some of this grit or whatnot. Oh, well. Angela, how are you? So those scratch marks actually may only be in the wax. So I'll try this again. I hope it didn't ruin that part of it. It looks like yeah, it scratched it up a bit. Let's see, I can put some more wax over top of that, maybe cover that up a bit. Hoping I can buff it out. Let's see here. So I don't know. It's hard to tell, but you can probably see there's a little white line going around it. So it looks like what it may have done is it may have scratched up a little bit of the CA. Okay. So I'm going to try and take it back a little bit. Try some of this grit to get rid of that. Let's see how it does. Might actually be getting rid of it. Holy crap. This Superior Grit has gotten rid of the scratch marks. That's freaking amazing. So we got to redo it with some wax, but that's okay. Okay, so note with the wax, be very careful about the cloth that you're using and make sure it's clean, because I noticed it's got like sawdust on it. So it has to be a clean part of the cloth. See, I don't think I noticed this, the sawdust. I think that's what I missed. But it looks like we recovered it, which is sweet. Awesome. So if you're in here, hit that like button or double tap that screen. That helps out a huge amount. But then grab a subscribe to the channel. Oh my God. It's warm because of the wax, but wow, is that an amazing finish. Cool. Anyways, yeah, you can subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so it blasts this video everywhere. And if you're interested and you want to help support the channel, grab a membership. There's like super cheap ones in there, and every little bit helps. Just doing this kind of stuff, paying for wooden projects. Essentially, it all goes right back into the channel. So, all right. So this is number 3, almost done. Idea for your project tomorrow. You've got some cutoffs from previous project last year. Rip them to about 1.5 inch glue up, turn a bowl or two out of them. Oh, that's a really cool idea. Philip, thanks for popping in. I am making pens right now. So with different exotic woods and all gunmetal finishes. And then after these are done, then probably turn something else. Although at some point, I have to jump out and make a phone call. So we will see when that will be. Don't know yet. But I've got a car in a repair shop right now. So that went in real easy. Huh, interesting. Okay. We'll go with it. But yeah, I've got a car in a repair shop right now. And I believe the shop called and has, oh, that's not good. That thing is pushing right in. Not too often that I have come across issues with these kits. Huh. Well, we gotta fix that a little bit. So I'm gonna try something here. Nope, too thick. Whoop. So that's not something that I wanted to do, but I put a little bit of CA on it because this didn't want to hold proper. That is very strange indeed. I'd be very careful with it because I didn't want the CA glue to glue this mechanism in place so it wouldn't turn. Maple, walnut, and cherry, very nice. So I have done maple, walnut, and cherry before, and I freaking love it together. It's such a nice combination. And those are woods that I have. Well, cherry, I have an absolute ton of. Maple, I've got a bit of that too, and some of the others. So. Okay, so that's not bad. I just got to press this in a bit more. All right. Very good. All right. Sorry, guys. That was a little hit and miss issue with that kit. But it's all good. We got her fixed. Maple, walnut, and cherry. I love that combination so much. Right? I did a bowl out of maple, walnut, and cherry all laminated together a while back. And to this day, it is still one of my favorites. Like, hands down, one of my favorites. There's another. Pretty cool looking. I love the look of this wood. And all gunmetal finish. So that's 3. Now we got this last one here. Okay. And I can't remember for the life of me what that wood is, but it doesn't matter. It looks cool. So, all good. Actually, I'm going to take that bowl gouge and move it down there. We'll get to the bowl gouge afterward. We're going to put our pen thing back on. And shave our bushings down. So shaving the bushings down, if you weren't in here before, it's just cleaning them up. Because they've got CA residue on them right now, and I want the CA residue gone. There we go. That's it. So that's one of my SKUs that I don't use for anything else. It is only used for that. So it works perfect. Now, the only thing I always forget about these is I always try to keep the grains together, but I always lose track of what grain goes where. So really, it's not the end of the world. There it is. Cool. All you've done is turn a dowel. Hey, no worries, man. Got to start somewhere, right? And have some fun with it. Okay, let's see if that's good enough. All right, let's turn number 4. Remember, double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Let's do this. All right, there's the backside done. Probably move this in a little. That's better. Almost done. That's actually pretty good. I think we're done that one. So that's the same wood as the other. Hey, Ben, how are you? How you doing, man? Just turn in some pens that somebody ordered, and then I'm going to move on to some other stuff. This is actually number 4. So, for anybody who wasn't in here for the other ones, I'll show them to you in a sec as soon as I got all 4 of them done. Here we go. Zebrano, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've had these blanks prepped for a long time, and I just couldn't remember what they all were because they've been sitting in here for so long. Hey, no worries, dude. I appreciate you popping here in here regardless. All right, let's get that folded a bit better. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to use the Superior Grit, the Yorkshire Grit stuff to get it to the feel that I want it. Stuff is amazing. I'm still trying to come up with a plan for this beast, for this cherry burl that I filled. It's not really anything I don't think I can do a bowl with. I'm not sure. And then I've got this chunk here, which is really nice. So I'm still working on those ones, but I'm going to turn this thing after, I think. That's what I'm thinking. And then I got some other chunks of cherry here that got a little remnants of the burl on them too from where I cut it off. So it's going to be pretty set. Yeah, so the CA is absolutely to seal. Plus, it helps give it a little bit of a finish, like a glass finish, right? Oh yeah, your new mic system, Ben. That's the Rode system, right? I saw the short there where you were talking about that. I've been absent from YouTube or streams or whatnot for quite a bit, just because holiday season, so everything is so freaking busy, which I'm sure, you know, everybody in here is too. But slowly, I will begin to get back into it. I've actually got a webinar I got to do for a magazine next Thursday on last minute project ideas for the holidays. So that's going to be pretty fun. Nice. 2 Rode mics. That's awesome, dude. Rode makes pretty good quality stuff. So I see a lot of the YouTubers using, or vloggers, or whatever you want to call them, that are doing like talking stuff. They all use Rode mics. God, I love this Superior grit. All right, beauty. There's one. Now we'll go to the microfine. And you don't need a lot of this stuff either. Like, not a lot at all. And then this is going to be my last pen for quite a while, because I've got so many of them in that craft show that I attended, because nothing sold. Not from any booth, not just mine, but every booth that was there. So they may not even have it next year. Who knows? We shall see. You got an order for 2 pens? You haven't made them in years? Dude, you'll kill it with pens. You like that they're pretty simple, but I get it. If you're out of practice, it can throw you off, right? But you'll knock that out of the park, dude. Absolutely, you will. All right, let's make sure we're good before I put the microcrystalline wax on. Oh, hell yeah. This is, honestly, this almost does the equivalent of a 12,000 grit wet sanding. Oh, soldier, absolutely, man. No problem. You're not hijacking the live. Don't worry. No, I absolutely, man. Not a problem at all. All right. Wax time. All right, we'll give that a minute. Buff it in. Inlays in the engraving and a CA finish. That's cool. Oh yeah, that's right, soldier. I'm so sorry, man. I forgot your name was Jim. Yeah, you are doing great. Just keep going with it. Absolutely. All right, let's get some of the excess off, and then we'll buff this in with the microfiber. Okay. Now I just got to pick a part of this cloth that isn't frigged up from sawdust. There we go. That one looks good. There we go. $80 per pen, and he jumped right on it. Dude, I can't sell a pen here for 20 bucks. I can't even sell one for 20 bucks. No word of a lie. Like, none at all. Mind you, I think that's just because Canadians are broke. All right. Beautiful. That's a nice finish. And it's still got the wood grain feel to it, which I really, really like. So it doesn't feel too artificial. So that part's nice. Mm-mm-mm. Beautiful. Do you guys see my really awkward way to try to take this off? Just jammed it back in the other side. That's funny. All right. Let's put this last one together. Put this last one together, and then I may need to take a quick pause because I've got a car in the shop, and I think they're calling because maybe they know what the issue is with it. It's a car that was gifted to my daughter, so it's for her because she'll have her license soon, and it's a 2003 Mercedes-Benz SLK 320 sports car with a hardtop convertible. I have no idea why he bought her that one, but in any case, it had some issues with the accelerator or with the acceleration. You got to give it about 5 minutes with the pedal to the floor before it'll actually move anywhere. So they got it in at the shop. So, and pretty sure for anybody who knows cars, it is a throttle position sensor, is what it sounds like. I'm just hoping it doesn't cost too much. Thanks for popping in, Ben. Appreciate it, buddy. And yeah, I'll be. I'm trying to get back to being able to watch YouTube a little bit more because I never have any time. But holidays coming up, and I got some time off, so appreciate you stopping in, though, buddy. Really do. All right. Get in there, you. Okay. Beauty. So there is number 4. So that's pretty sweet. I absolutely love these. So I'll show them to everybody. So that's the one we just did. This is the one from before it. Basically the same. Okay. Although it's got lots seemingly more character in it, which is cool. And then we've got this one, which is nice. A bit more of a plain grain. I think it's a sapele, but still really nice. And then we've got this one, which is a darker wood. It's a Wenge. Hard to see. I know it's got a bit of a shine, but super nice. Like the grain in it is beautiful. If only you could feel it. It's got a really, really nice feel to it. Solid. So 4 pens, all done, which is nice. Now, we move on to doing some other fun stuff. But before we do that, I got to clean this thing off because I can barely see through it. So I'll see if my, yep, there we go. I just put a new visor on this thing because at one point I was doing CA finish on a pen. I'm going to turn this up here for a minute. I was putting a CA finish on a pen. And I had the lathe on high speed. And it threw the CA at my mask, that was a lot of fun. So, anyways, neither here nor there. Still a lot of fun. Oh, what time are we at? We're at 11:30. So this, I think I'm going to do this next. This is a chunk of cherry. This is roughly, if you can see the red there, that's roughly how big the bowl is going to be. Now this had a crack in it. So I infused the whole thing with CA, and it's been drying for like 2 weeks. I I'm hoping it will have worked and it's not going to blow apart on me. But I just want to see how it does. This is stuff I cut off of a cherry log. So we're going to see how it goes. So as you can see, I drilled the 4 holes there, but I'm actually not going to use that. And then pressure fit it more so with the, oh, God, can't remember what the piece is, what it's called. In any case, doesn't matter. With the spur drive, I think it is. There we go. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to shave the bottom down flat. Let's make sure it doesn't fly off at me. Whew. It's a little shaky. That's okay. It's completely off center. It's actually shaking the sidewall of my shop, which is pretty funny. Giving us the bird. Thanks very much, Joe. I appreciate that. All right. One thing I am going to do, though, before into this one, I'm going to take a quick breather. And basically, I'm going to have a smoke in here before I start getting into the next one. Point with the middle finger. Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to do that. I promise. So for those of you who have, if you've seen the streams before done with Mike from the Whack and Shack and 77 Rockets and Rich from Moyock Scorpion Woodworks, I typically I smoke, right? So I'll be having smokes or whatnot on there too. I made the decision and said screw it, and as of next Saturday, December 5th, I'm going for a laser treatment to quit smoking, to get rid of it completely, gone. So then I'm not going to have to worry about smoking anymore, which I'm actually very excited about. So are my kids. So it is going to be really nice. I'm really looking forward to that. Unfortunately for now I do, but it is what it is. It's been a lot of years, but it is time for the smoking to go. So I'm not even going to vape or anything like that. I'm going to get this laser treatment. Apparently it's like a 95. They say it's like a 95% success rate. To so that's kind of my goal. I'm getting a little bit up there in age, and I want to make sure that I'm around long enough to annoy my kids as much as possible when they get older. So that's my goal. What does the laser consist of? So I don't know. From what I'm told, it's, if you know what acupuncture is, you know when they stick all those pins and needles at different pressure points. Laser is very similar to that, except it's a laser instead of these pin things. That's what I'm told. But it's like $350, and you go in there and they do the one treatment, and then you've got 2 months of touch up treatment. So if cravings come back or whatnot, you just go back and get touched up for 2 months. And the only reason I'm doing it is because my amazing neighbor, who is also my barber, Tracy, she smoked for a long time, a lot, and she went and did it and has not smoked in months, and it worked for her. So I'm going to the exact same place she did. So my fingers are crossed that it's going to go well. So a carton to stop, not bad. Yeah. Well, so shouldn't say carton. So up my way, we can buy smokes on the Indigenous Reserve. So for me, a carton of smokes, which is 10 packs, is anywhere between 25 and $50. So it's actually not bad. So between me and my wife, both smoking, we're both quitting. It costs us, let's say $55-$60 a week is what it costs us. So that's going to be nice to save that. That's going to be really nice. So I am definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be a huge difference. It's going to make a huge difference, huge change. But I'm excited because it's been a lot of years. And I don't know. The only time I ever really smoke in my shop is if I'm on the live on Saturday night with the boys. I don't even normally smoke when I'm on my lives, but figured I was going to go a little bit longer today, and I have no idea how this cherry log is going to go. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I don't think I'm going to get to these. Not today. What I would love from anybody in here is your opinion on what I can use these cherry burls for. See that? It's not big enough for a bowl. And I don't want to waste this burl, and I filled it with CA. It's in your mind. You just got to stop. So, yes, it is partially in my mind. But for anybody who is a smoker, there's a lot more to it than that. Yes, it's in mind, but it's if you've been smoking for years, it gets embedded into everything. It's every part of your life. It's the going outside and having the 5-minute smoke break is your break away from reality for 5 minutes, right? So bought a pack in a couple of years, but I do dip prayers. It helps and works. Oh, it's gonna work. This time there is no choice. It will be working. So I'm not worried about that. But I'm gonna be stopping. Coasters. Oh, you imagine cherry burl coasters? Huh. Because that's actually a really interesting one because I've also got this chunk of it, which this one's really pretty, and it's fairly thick. You only need a 1/4 inch or less, 3/16 of an inch for a coaster. Body gets used to it and your brain expects it. Oh, 100%. It absolutely gets hooked on it. So this place said, in addition to the treatment, they'll talk about supplements or something like that outside of that. My thought is off to run errands. See, Jim, my thought is I'm going to chew a shit ton of gum. That's what I'm going to do. Not much to work with there. Nah, it's not a lot. But I've got a stack of dried cherry logs over at the side, and one of them's got a burl on it that's probably 15 inches in diameter and about 6 inches thick. So I have a lot more cherry burl to work with. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Every single log that I've got piled up at the side is covered in burl, and it is a lot of burl. Actually, here I'll show you. That way you can have if this thing comes undone. There we go. See all that? But all that cherry sitting in the corner. So I'm especially excited about that one right there. I just haven't decided how exactly I'm going to use it and all that stuff yet. Warms you up a little bit. Oh, smoking? It can. All right. It is a little bit of a colder climate up here, but it's really not the end of the world. I think it's like -2 or -3 degrees Celsius right now. So it's not that bad. Anyways, so I'm going to use my bowl gouge for this one. She's all nice and sharp and ready to go. I'm just hoping that this thing, I got to flatten out the bottom of it. I'm hoping it's not going to kill me. That's how you stop the vape with gum. Yeah. So I quit smoking for, 3 years at one point, but I used the vape. My challenge is I don't know if any of you that vape find this, but I got more addicted to the vape than smoking because I could use it anywhere, inside the house, all that stuff, because it smelled like whatever flavor it was, right? So that was the challenge with the vape. But all good because it's going to work. So I am not worried at all. It's going to suck for a little bit, but it is going to work. And my wife's just going to quit cold turkey. My state is banning vapes, eh? Wow. I'm not surprised. I've heard of that happening. Here, vapes are treated the exact same as cigarettes. Can't smoke vapes indoors, just like cigarettes, like in public places, workplaces, that sort of stuff. All right. So and start getting this set up. And let's see how this is going to go. So there it is there. Hang on a sec here. Let me kind of re-aim that a little bit. And that works. Let's see how the vibration is for you. So it vibrates a little bit, but it's not too bad. So to get rid of some of the vibration, I'm going to try and round this out first using my roughing gouge. And then once I round it out, that's when I'm going to flatten the side. All right. Okay. I think we're about good to get this going. So I'm going to pull out the roughing gouge here. So if you haven't, this was sent to me by Fine by Tool. It's a 1 1/8, I believe, roughing gouge. Go check out Fine by Tool. These freaking tools from them are solid as a rock. So they are really, really good. So go check them out. And yeah, we're going to take off all the sapwood. It's not going to take that much to round this out. Just you'll have to deal with a little bit of vibration until we get there, but we'll get it done. All right, let's get to it. Hang on. I forgot to do one thing. One really important thing. I got to switch my belts in the back here. This is the only thing I do not like about this lathe is in order to switch the belts, it's on the back side, not on the front. So it's not as easy to see. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world to do it. It's actually pretty easy to do by feeling for it. So all right, I think, yep, we're good. Beautiful. So this is just a little tiny lathe, but the bigger lathes are nice. You're making maple end grain cutting board table? Oh, that's really nice. That will be very nice. Okay. All right. I think we're good. There. So now, oh, wrong one. Now she's turning a bit slower. So we're going to start off slow with this one. So I still don't know how this CA is going to hold up. So I'm only moving at about 400 RPM right now, just to get it somewhat round. Getting more consistent there. That's good. Biggest thing that I'm doing is I'm trying to follow the bevel on the gouge in order to make it smoother. All right, let's see how that's doing. All right, we're getting there. That's good. Got to a little bit of the CA, and it looks like it chipped a little bit of the CA out, but we'll see. Rotate the tool a little bit might help the balance. Yeah, maybe. I'll give that a shot. Oh, no worries, dude. All right, turn the speed up. There we go. Now she's just chewing it away. That's good. What's what I mean about this frickin' tool. Like, this tool, man, is solid. Need the angle setting tool. Angle setting tool for what? 18, 17-year-old boys, a 14-year-old girl. Wow. I got a 17-year-old girl and a 12-year-old son. There we go. So I'm already round, which is good. So there's the CA. And I'd see some of it in there, but I still got some pretty significant gaps if you look right here. So I'm gonna roll with it anyways, because what the hell? And we're just gonna see how it goes. But now I can start turning the speed up. All right. And that's all that I need to roughing gouge for. So now I'm going to turn this to the side. Let's see if I can run the bowl gouge on the bottom of this part, flatten it out, and I'm going to put a mortise here. So that way I can put it onto a chuck. Hey, Roger, how are you? All right. Let's see how we can do this. Just noticed I'm up a little bit too high. There we go. That's better. Hey, Kentucky boy, how are you? Let's see how we're getting. Opposite of Chuck, is that a live center point? Yeah, right here is. Yeah, absolutely it is. So I'm just trying to flatten this part out so that I can put a mortise on it. I got a lot of gaps in here, but that's okay because that will be fixed up. I'm not worried about that. Trying to file some of that outer lip down. All right, we're filed down there a bit more, which is good. Still working on my technique with a bolt gouge, but I'm getting there. I am not a pro at it by any means. Hey, Ryan, what's up, man? What's going on? All right, that's pretty freaking flat. Actually, I want to check something here. Grab my straight edge ruler so that way I can see if we're flat across the bottom. Damn near freaking close, like almost perfect. That's beautiful. All right. Let's get her down a bit more. What's going on, Mike? How are you, man? My 90-year young grandmother's had lunch with family. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. We do our Thanksgiving in October, so I can never remember when yours is. The only way I can remember it is from Black Friday. Come on, you. That bottom is looking better than what it was. Still not as smooth as I'd like to see it, but that's okay. I was talking on the phone and said, "Hell, let's support Dave." Appreciate that. So this is going to be a bit of the tricky part because I'm going to use the carbide just a little bit here. But I'm putting a mortise in the bottom here. Yeah, I'm putting a mortise in the bottom here, but I've only got the spur drive on this side. So I wanted to see if I could put the mortise into it this way. All I got to do is get a bit of an edge right in there. So I actually had thought to try it. To actually see if I could put my parting tool in here, which it looks like I probably could. to get that edge in here for the jaws to grip on. So I'm gonna try this. Screw it, because why not? We'll see if I can do it or if it throws it at me. Well, that freaking worked. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Turn a bowl if you don't have a mortise chuck. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it works. And if it works, what the hell? Like, I even got my dovetail on the inside because of my parting tool. So pretty cool with that. I'll have to get this little nub off, which means I'm going to essentially, I'm going to turn it. I'm going to turn it and probably cut that nib off. I'm going to clean this up a little bit first, but. Your daughter, she's a shoulder reconstruction the day before Thanksgiving. Oh, dude, sorry to hear that, man. I hope she's doing all right. Well, you use your diamond. Oh, yeah, you're talking about this, right? That's what you're talking about. Yeah, that would actually work really well for this. 100% it would. Should probably tighten that. All right, so I don't know how this will help, but I want to see if I can smooth this a bit. I don't know if this is going to help, but let's screw it. Let's try it. Nah, I don't think it's now. Not doing it. But I know what I can do is use a scraper. Just want to try and clean that up a little bit. Bull gouge doesn't really want to do it. Had a brace for a while. Oh man, that sucks. I hope she'll be all right though. Shoulder reconstruction though, that's a lot. Getting better. And then I'll have to shape this. Almost there to where I want it. That's getting better. Okay, now I'm gonna stop that and shape the outside a bit. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to shape it, taper it down, I think. Bowl gouge. So it's catching that little open gap that I got there. Yeah, I figured it was chewing it up a bit. But that's okay. We're going to keep going with it anyway. Yeah. Still sharp. So I'm just gradually taking it down bit by bit. Trying to chew off too much at once, it ain't going to work very good. And then I'm not going to go much thinner than this either. Not at all. All right, that's what now is where I'm going to bring in that negative rake and round this up real good. That's awesome. 90 and doing well, dude. That's amazing. All right, let's have a look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like it. It's got the remnants of the burl right here, which is really nice. So, still got to, I got to do up in the top and everything, but we'll do that when I flip it around. So, I might, I think I'm going to have to fill that. I'm going to fill that with some CA. So that way it doesn't cause me issues. As it is, I've already got this one here, but that CA took pretty good from when I did it a while back. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it is. It is actually a good size. It's not bad. Probably, I don't know, 5-inch in diameter ish, give or take. So I'm going to put some CA in there just to help seal it up. I don't have in my little fine finish tips. That's okay. It's a pretty big gap. So solidify that part. Bubbling, bubbling. I'm going to have to give this a minute. Rub dust in it. All right. Sure. Why not? Why not? Although it's really too late for that. I should have actually, yeah, you're 100% right, Mike. I never even thought about that. I should have put the dust, sawdust in there and then put the CA. You're 100% right, man. I will remember that for next time. But yeah, so then I'm going to trim off the little bottom nub here. I'll part it, and then we'll flip it over and put it in the jaws. And that should be good. But I'm not going to be able to put too much pressure on those jaws. I don't want to break it apart. Let's see. Let's see if it's good. It is pretty good. Beauty. That works for me. Cool. Done. All right, so now I'm going to finish this whole thing once it's all said and done. But I think now I'm going to look at parting it. Yup. Beauty. Nice and straight going right across. I use if I'm going to use that end for the bottom. Are you talking about screws to hold a faceplate on, you mean? Like to hold on one of these? So it may not be right, but these are the screws that I use, and that's how far they stick in. That might be 3/4 of an inch in. So I don't know. I go with 3/4 plus whatever the thickness of your thing is. So maybe inch or inch and a quarter screws would probably be good. Works for me. So that's what I'd go with. Okay. I'm going to turn this speed down so it doesn't freaking kill me after I part it. There we go. All right. So really, I think next time I probably won't use the spur drive. I'll probably just do what I've done before and use the plate because I do like doing it that way. It works really well, but it's all good. Yeah, stainless, definitely a better idea. Are mine stainless? No. These ones aren't. But I have never once had an issue with these screws. Never once. Now that I say that, it's probably going to happen, but but yeah, I'll definitely I'll second what Mike says about using stainless. 100%. Yeah, most of them don't come with faceplate screws. So doo-doo-doo. All right, let's see how that turns. Nice and smooth. Nice. Yeah, definitely don't use brass or drywall screws, or you're just asking for trouble at that point. Like, it'll find you. All right. Time to flatten out the top and start digging it out. Once I clean off this visor, because I can't see shit. There we go. All right. All right. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna take this tailstock off, and I just got to readjust a little. Yeah, I still have to go and get some stainless steel screws. I had some, I haven't been able to find them, so I haven't used them. But I mean, that being said, I don't use the faceplate as much anymore. Might have to go sharpen my gouge up a bit. Maybe I'll have to go sharpen them a bit. I don't know yet. I don't trust it. Can you like do it more safely? I'm not that close to it. Trust me. When I'm reaching my arm over, my sleeves are pulling up. It's not gonna grab my sleeves. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sharpen this. It doesn't feel that dull. Like I said, I'm still working on the bowl gouge. That's still really cool, Joe. Oop. Let's tighten that back up. Oh, she's a little wobbly. All right. That's better. Bit better. All right, I'm going to get rid of some of these pieces in the bottom. She's loud. Can I make a dildo on this thing? Of course you could. Of course you could. I don't know why I would. To each their own, I guess. All right, I'm gonna check this again because it's moving around. I don't like it. There you go. She's pretty solid. All right. Well, we'll turn this a bit. There we go. That should be good. I had to clean that out a bit. That edge looks a bit better. Okay. Use a carbide to dig this out. We're getting there. Digging out pretty good. I'm gonna start soon working on smoothing that out with the rake. Let's check our depth. Oh yeah, I still got an inch. Lots to go. All right, let's see how we're doing. Still got lots. Nice. Tighten this back up. This is where reverse on a lathe would come in real handy. I'm Buck. Oh, what's going on, buddy? All right, let's see how deep we are now. We are pretty much there now. So now I just got to tidy this up on the inside. Get her all smoothed out. Let's make this easier. Here we go. Dealing with kids right now. Oh, that's fun. My son wasn't here and then he disappeared. I even thought about it. I might actually go live tomorrow too. I don't know why I'm feeling it this weekend. But it would be in the morning if I did. Only because I got company coming tomorrow night. It's the season, right? So all the holidays are starting. Everybody's coming around, hanging out. Ooh, thin walls. Thin walls. Okay, let me. I'm going to see if I can scrape this with the carbide just to clean it up. Ryan, man, I hear you. Like with the holidays and everything going on, it definitely makes it harder to do that on Saturdays because there's always plans, right? We've all got them. Getting smoothed out. Not quite there yet, but almost there. Almost there. So all I'm trying to do right now is not even dig it out. I'm just trying to smooth out the inside. I'm gonna have to do some of that with just sandpaper, but it is what it is. Just trying to minimize it. That's all. So some of this sawdust out of there though. All right, I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna just flip this around, and I'm gonna fine tune a little bit of the outside here, and then I think we'll be good to start sanding. That's pretty good. Aside from that CA that's in there, I think that's pretty good. All right. So we got 200 people in here. That's nice. Hey, if you're in here, make sure to double tap that screen and or hit the like button, whichever works for you. And subscribe to the channel or grab a membership if you want. Subscribing to the channel is absolutely free. Membership, there's even cheap ones there too, but it helps the channel out. So I'm going a little bit rougher and just starting with an 80. Might try and smooth down some of those rougher spots. Man, good thing I got my air cleaner running. Whew. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing with this one where I'm going to be, where's my 120? There it is. Where I'm going to be running it up to about a 320 finish. And then I'm going to use the grit to take it the rest of the way. And then I'm going to do the wax on it. And that's going to be the only finish for it. Midday tomorrow, you're going live? Beautiful, man. If I go live, I'm going to do it first thing tomorrow morning if I go live again. That's getting better. I got one really thin spot here that really started to chip away. So that's what I'm being a little bit careful of. It's just that one spot. You're buying a coring system? Nice. All right. I got to get a fresh piece 120 on here. And I'm going to hook this up to my drill. If I can find a piece of 120. 180. That works. Okay, just got to grab my drill. Grab my drill, and then we'll do this. Nope, not that drill. That one. All right. Guess I can take this off. Oh, it makes such a massive difference when you put it on a drill and do it. Much better. little bit more on the top, and I think we're good. I think that's pretty good. Wonder how the wax finish is going to go on this. I mean, we're going to see. But we're going to do the grits first. Curing since Sunday. Nice. All right. Man, that's thin too. But that's cool. I like it. All right. So we're going to turn that down to the bottom. Get a fresh piece of paper towel, and we're going to use these grits. So I'm going to use this Superior grit first, and then we're going to go up to a microfine, and then we'll finish it off with a wax or whatnot. So remember, this is not a finish. This is just to get it to the point of finishing it. So this is like a sandpaper almost. I know it kind of looks like a finish, right? But the wood finished mixed with Binuba is the way to go. Which wood finish? Are you talking the oil? All right, so I'm going to have to use a little bit more of this stuff, but that's fine. Nice. I'll have to try combining those two. I do really like the their finish, the Binuba stuff. Binuba stuff is awesome. All right. So I got the whole thing coated in this Superior grit. So now I just got to get it off. Rub it in and then get it off. And then we'll go to the microfine grit. We're going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to finish it with this stick of microcrystalline wax. That's what it's going to be. That's going to be the final finish. You're talking about the Binuba stuff. So you said you're supposed to supply the orange pre-finish and then both finishes? Or are you talking about like these grit finishes? Because I know one of the things they say about these is what you apply before using these as a sanding sealer. But that is not something I have, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, definitely supposed to use something else first, but that's okay. All right, so that's that wiped off. Definitely some other areas here. I already knew that was going to happen on the inside of the bowl where it's going to get caught in there. But that's fine. Not much I can do about that. Ryan, have you used these finishes before? Like mineral spirits, yeah, something like that. Yeah, and that I don't have, so not at the end of the world. I'm trying this just because I want to see. I want to see how it does. I think I did this on a bowl last time. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I did. What he told me when I saw, because I saw the fella that owns this at the show that I went to a few weeks back, and he didn't mention anything to me at that point about the sealer or like the 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 pre-stain or the pre-grit stuff. All he said is make sure you sand your piece up to at least a 220, and then as long as you do that, then you'll be good afterwards. So that's kind of what I've been going with for this stuff. All right, that's pretty well coated. So now we'll rub that stuff in. Ran out of Binuba. I have a little tiny bit of that stuff left. Not a lot, but I have a little bit left. So you see the shine in this right now, and this is a shine with no finish at all. This is just the grit. He never emailed you back? Really? Mike, if he didn't email you back, man, email him again. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's not bad. Do it a little bit more, and then it's wax time. Seems like I got it pretty clean, so I think we're good to go to the wax. Yeah, that is pretty. That is pretty crazy. I don't know why he wouldn't have emailed you back. I'll bet you Eric probably just missed it or whatnot. I bet you that's all it is. But you should definitely try reaching out to him again. All right. So now we're gonna go with the wax finish. Let's see how this does. Loud because of how solid this stuff is. Yeah, he is definitely missing out for sure. Got to get this wax to heat up a little bit more. Almost there as far as the right amount. All right, so make sure. Yep, we're coated in there. So now I'm gonna buff it out a bit. Pretty freaking smooth. Okay, microfiber time. If I can find a clean part. There we go. It's definitely a longer process on finishing a wood product of this size using the wax and everything. Definitely a longer process. I don't mind it, but I mean, if you're batching stuff out, this is not going to be for everybody because at this point, an oil finish would have already been done. Almost there. And yeah, you do work with a lot of exotics and whatnot. He would. I really do think that Eric would love to have your stuff shown on his channel, man. Or his stuff shown on your channel. I really do. 100%. Okay. It's pretty freaking smooth. I do like that. And I actually really, I don't know about you guys, love the imperfections. Nice wood. Thanks, Clinton. I thought it was nice wood too. This is a chunk of cherry. Cut off a log with my chainsaw. So I am currently just buffing out a wax finish. Which, from what I can see, is pretty much done. Well, she's smooth. That is definitely smooth. And nice and heated up and everything, too. Nice and warm. So this wood had a lot of imperfection in it, but still worked pretty good. Miguel, sorry, man. I can't understand what you're saying. Can't read that. Hey, what's up, Mike? Okay. So there we go. There is our cherry bowl. So you can see all the imperfections. That is a CA glue filler in there. Mike, next time I'll take your advice. I'm going to put sawdust in there first. I should have known better. Then there's that. And then that's the inside. So this finish on it with that shine there, that is just a microcrystalline wax. That's all that finish is. But it is really nice. So I gotta coat the bottom. I get this little nub off, which I will do. I actually am just gonna sand this down. But overall, that turned out pretty good. Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. I especially love, like, this is one side more the sapwood side, but getting over here, and all the character that it has in it. And it's really freaking thin, like really thin. This part here actually started to. I was a little bit worried that this one was going to blow out, but I did pretty good because I think from the bottom of the mortar, so I got about a 1/4 inch. So it still hasn't. Thanks, Joe. It still hasn't happened yet that I have made the funnel. I haven't done it yet, and I'm hoping I don't. But you never know, right? Anyways, so that's our cherry bowl, and then for those of you who weren't here before, these are 4 pens that I did that somebody ordered. So here, I'll lift you guys up here, show you a little bit better. There we go. So there's 4 pens here. I do not remember the wood, but they're pretty cool. And these I also did with the grits as well. Oop. Remember, this one is Wenge. That one I remember. But these are actually for somebody who ordered them, and they've been sitting in my shop waiting to get turned for like 4 weeks. So I figured might as well get it done. Thanks very much, Clinton. Teal Toff, I guess. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Make some spoons. Make your spoons and chilies taste extra good. Huh. Rule number 1, don't point out what you see. Are you talking about imperfections? Because I'm cool with that. Also, look at this, Mike, if you're still in here. Freaking love this shirt, dude. So this is Mike from the Whack and Shack. This is some of his merch from his channel. So there's a lot of really good channels in here. You got Joe, you got Mike Wilson, you got 77 Rockets. I don't know if he's still in here. Ryan, and then you got Mike from the Whack and Shack. So you got to make sure to check these guys out. Mike and Ryan both have merch shops. I got to actually get some merch off Ryan's shop next. But I freaking love this t-shirt. And where'd it go? I got this too, Mike. The sticker. So I just got to find a place to put this that it can be seen. So that's what I got to do next. I got to find a place to put it. Yeah, so if you're Mike's on my apron. Yeah, I know Mike's on the apron. Do you know how often it happens, Mike, that I shit, sorry. You know how often it happens that I put the microphone on the apron and then I walk away? But yeah, okay, good luck with your music channel. Yeah, hopefully you can hear that a little bit better. It probably sounded like a huge echo before. But super cool merch with the Whack and Shack, same with 77 Rockets. Check out those channels. Also check out Mike Wilson, Joseph the Carpenter, probably quite a few others in here, but it's an amazing group. So make sure to check them all out. Make sure to, you can like this video if you're in here. That's cool. I think for the most part, I'm done turning for today. But grab a subscription to the channel. Doesn't cost anything. Definitely helps out. And if you really want to support the channel, grab a membership. There's cheap ones there too. There is some kind of members only videos. Some of the first ones that I did, which were really different compared to any videos now. But make sure to check it out. Other than that, I think I'm going to head out, be done for today. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. If anyone is out Black Friday shopping, Godspeed, because that's horrible. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And we will see you on the next one. I might go live tomorrow morning too. Don't know, but we'll see. Hope to see you there. All right. See you guys.